Today we're going to go over the central nervous system versus the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is also known as the CNS. This includes the brain and the spinal cord. Information is processed in these areas. The peripheral system is known as the PNS. This has a bit more of a simple job. This is responsible for carrying the information back and forth to the CNS. The CNS have many different parts. We're going to start with the brain. The cortex is responsible for language, thinking, and memory. It is also where voluntary movement begins. We can then move to the thalamus. This area is partially responsible for motor control, and it also plays a part in filtering our sensory input. The hypothalamus is the boss of homeostasis. The limbic system is where emotions and behaviors are linked. When the particular areas are stimulated, these can change emotions, as in make someone happy, sad, or mad. The cerebellum is associated with balance and coordination of muscle movements. The brainstem is the bridge between brain and spinal cord. This is responsible for facial movements, swallowing, chewing, etc. Here we have a picture of the spinal cord. The spinal cord sends messages to the brain, it controls reflexes, and also sends messages to other organs. The basic structure is as follows. The dorsal root is afferent. It's involved with the sensory, and the ventral root is efferent. It involves the motor nerves. There are three types of neurons. We have the sensory nerve, the motor nerves, and the inner neurons. The sensory nerves contains receptors that send messages to the spinal cord. Motor nerves are responsible for sending messages to organ or glands. The inner neurons live within the spinal cord, and they assist in reflexes and send signals to and from the brain. The peripheral nervous system is broken up into two parts. Afferent, which includes all the sensory nerves in the body, and efferent, which includes all the motor nerves in the body. And there are two parts of efferent. There's a somatic, which is your voluntary movements, and there's autonomic, which is your involuntary movements. This includes sympathetic and parasympathetic. You may associate sympathetic with the fight or flight, and parasympathetic with digestion, sex, and immunity.